Welcome to the news here on 3FM 92.7. We're coming to you live from our studios here at Adesawe Kanda in Accra and the numerous affiliates across the country. My name is Noble Crosby Annan. Coming up this morning, embattled National Democratic Congress member James Gyakye Quayson officially announces to contest the Asin North parliamentary elections despite ongoing court case. But what are the ramifications of his desire to contest again?
The fact that there's a criminal action pending against him does not mean that he is not fit to put himself up for election in Parliament.
We'll be delving into that subject later in the bulletin. Also, voters in Asin North express outrage at overnight projects springing up in the constituency due to the impending by-election.
We are not kids in this town. They have neglected us for long. If the NDC presents Quayson 100 times, we will vote for him 100 times.
Also coming up, mobile phone subscribers whose cards have been deactivated giving a lifeline to register.
It's important we let everybody know that if you've been bad at this time and you have the opportunity of getting your Ghana card, register immediately.
We'll bring you a story also as pension bondholders to meet the finance minister today over unpaid matured coupons. We have details of these stories and a lot more coming to you shortly. Please do stay with us. You're welcome to the program. Let's start off the morning's bulletins with some news on politics as the embattled National Democratic Congress former Member of Parliament, James Gyakye Quayson has officially announced his intention to participate in the Asin North election scheduled for June 27. In a statement, James Gyakye Quayson said he is determined to continue serving the good people of Asin North with all his heart, soul, body, and all the resources he can muster for the benefit of his constituents. However, does he stand a chance to contest in view of the legal ramifications? Let's hear from legal practitioner Bobby Bansing, who has been explaining what is to happen.
Whether there's a pending criminal action against him for the declarations he made on the forms, which will lead to perjury and what have you. The fact that there's a criminal action pending against him does not mean that he is not fit to put himself up for election in Parliament. As we all know, the Constitution says that an accused person is presumed innocent until found guilty by a court of competent jurisdiction. So as it stands now, he has not committed a crime. The Constitution again says that if somebody has been convicted of a moral turpitude, then that person is not fit to stand for Parliament or be in Parliament. Now, if he puts himself up for election, like the NDC have said, it's a calculated risk.
You heard from private legal practitioner Bobby Bansing speaking there. Meanwhile, the NPP has closed nominations with 2 people picking forms and filing to contest the primary slated for Wednesday next week. Let's still stay in Asin North, and with 25 days to the Asin North by-election, the governing New Patriotic Party is bent on capturing the seat that could give them a comfortable majority in Parliament. With overnight road construction never seen before in the constituency, will the electorate be influenced by these deliberate developments? Kamala Kluche has been following the story and is joining us with this report.
James Gyakye Quayson was ousted from Parliament and his name subsequently expunged from the legislative body's records after the Supreme Court nullified his election in the 2020 polls for holding dual citizenship. The former Canadian citizen insisted that he duly renounced his Canadian citizenship prior to contesting the 2020 polls, but said the most important thing to him now is to contest and win the by-election. The NDC won in 2012, the MPP in 2016, and the current seat until its annulment, the NDC occupied it. For scientific researchers, this is a referendum on the government.
But if you look at the top issues affecting voters, so it's the job, economy, and roads. Luckily for them, the roads are being done. So some of the goods will be influenced by the roads.
But with the whole government machinery converging on the constituency with overnight developments like road constructions and upgrades, what will be the decider for the constituents?
We are not kids in this town. We know the level of development prior to the elections. They have neglected us for long. If the NDC presents Kwesi 100 times, we will vote for him 100 times.
My colleague Komla Kluche brought that report for us. Still in politics, and let's remind you that the upcoming NPP primaries, 10 people have so far picked forms to contest the presidential primaries of the governing New Patriotic Party. The leading contenders in the race, Kennedy Japan, Vice President Dr. Baumia, and former Trade Minister Alan Tremantin have all picked forms to contest the primaries. Let's hear from Kennedy Japan, who was the last to pick the forms of the three.
Campaign manager, Medase, only Adofua, Mukopike form no Emam. MC Sabri, Ghana for Acheyache. You Kumasi Ashanti region, Eye Jumana, Ubie Free Bisa, Medabena Mukofa forms, Dabena Mukofa forms. And then the Adofo Ghana for forms in the Yakofa already.
So that was Member of Parliament and also an MPP flag bearer aspirant Kennedy Japan speaking, indicating that calls have intensified for him to pick the forms, and he has finally done that. Let's now take you to the Savannah region. It has been in the news for all the bad reasons the past couple of days, and the latest is that police has arrested 3 persons and pursuing others in connection with attacks on Mempasem and Lukula communities in the Savannah region. So the police have arrested the 3 persons in connection with violent attacks on Mempasem and Lukula communities in the Savannah region by opposing factions in land and chieftaincy disputes. On 30th May 2023, a gang numbering about 50 invaded the Mempasem community and kidnapped a 50-year-old man. Now, the gang, however, fled into the bush when the police responded to the attack. The police managed to rescue the kidnapped victim and retrieved 1 AK-47 weapon together with 14 rounds of ammunition, 7 motorbikes and 2 bicycles from the scene of the incident. Now, a search for the suspect in the area led to a further retrieval of a bag containing 240 AK-47 ammunition. On 1st June 2023, the police, while on patrols within the communities, responded to another distress call of an attack by another gang on the Lukula community. The suspect, who were on rampage, burning houses and shooting randomly, opened fire on the police. Upon seeing them, the police immediately responded and succeeded in arresting 3 of the suspects, namely Razak Suleimana, Musa Shahun, and Karim Abdul Rifal. Now, the regional minister for Savannah region, Said Jabir, said the clashes erupted as a result of a land dispute. Let's take a listen to the Savannah regional minister.
This order has always been raging over the years. The school authorities in Mempasem closed down the schools. So they went there and they were having this meeting. And so somebody raised an alarm that it was a group of warriors who were in the school having a meeting to attack Lukula. Unfortunately, that rumor spread like wildfire. That triggered this whole thing, and that the warriors from Janga and warriors from Waspe clashed.
So that was the Savannah regional minister speaking there. Now, away from that, also happening this morning is the leadership of the agitating pensioner bondholders group and the Ministry of Finance. They are due for a crunch meeting today after they have resumed their picketing, although government has pleaded with pensioner bondholders to exercise patience as it mobilizes funds to settle the unpaid matured coupons. The group says it will continue to picket until the ministry pays them. We'll be hearing from the Deputy Minister for Finance, Abnosa Asari, saying that the delay was caused by the unavailability of funds and the current economic crisis.
sincerely understand and appreciate where you are coming from.
92.7.
This has never happened, where coupons are ready for payment or are due for payment and government has refused to pay. But currently, we all know the circumstance in which we find ourselves. And I'll plead with you, let's sit and clear the five, and then we'll see the way forward. So,
Deputy Finance Minister speaking there. Let's now take a listen to the convener of the Pensioner Bondholders Association, Dr. Adu Annan entry.
Coming tomorrow for that 1 hour, but within that 1 hour, we will meet with the ministry. They suggested that they will meet with us to decide on the payment of the principal. The first principal is 101 days in arrears now. Somebody's money that he's using for investment, you are keeping it. And we have said we will demand interest. Our plan is that we are meeting only on Thursdays and Friday. Every week we will give the government opportunity to pay what is due.
That was the convener of the Pensioner Bondholders Forum, Dr. Adu Annan entry speaking there. Now, before we take leave of you, mobile subscribers whose SIM cards have been deactivated have another opportunity to restore them by completing the registration process. Affected customers can have access to funds in their wallets and activate all SIM-related services using the Ghana cards. Customers can dial *404# on all networks to initiate the registration process. The Chief Executive Officer of the Chamber of Telecommunications, Dr. Kinashigbe, said subscribers should take advantage of the lifeline offered. Meanwhile, General Secretary of the Mobile Money Agents Association of Ghana, Evans Otunfo, says over 45,000 agents could run out of business if their SIMs are blocked. Well, that's how we wrap up on the morning news here on 3FM 92.7. My name is Noble Crosby Annan. There's always more news on our website. Please log on for more. Sunrise continues after this. Good morning.